Yeah, little technical difficulties, but we're back. One time for the fan. You already know how it goes. Bodie's here with me. Chase is here with me. Let's start the show. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's happening?
One time for the fan. Right. One time for the fan. Chase checking in with us. Bodie 3000. He's in the building checking in with us. You already know, man. One time for the fan. Every Wednesday, every Sunday, we are back with another episode. Bodie, how you doing, sir? How's everything going for you?
I'm good, man. I just ate a lot of pizza and sleepy. But I'm here.
Don't get tired on us just yet now. We got a long night to go here with One Time for the Fan. Chase, any pizza for you, sir, or what you get?
No pizza, some chicken fried rice.
Chicken fried rice?
Yes, sir.
My boys in here eating good.
No what hot dogs you eating? I was just going to say, what you eating? Hot dogs?
Nah, man. You know, had some ribs left over. I had barbecue the other night, so had some ribs left over. Man, cut up on them ribs, man.
Excuse me.
Matthew Bass in the chat. Rise up. Shout out to Matthew in the chat.
Rise up, sir.
Lisa Shepard is here. One time for the fan. Every Wednesday, every Sunday. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. Lorenzo's in the chat. You already know. Rise up. I see the mustache on you, Lorenzo. Little Strider. Spencer Strider. How's that work, man? One time for the fan, man. We got a big show tonight. Jeff Howell from PTP Podcast, since he's going to be live with us. He's going to be joining in with us with the Desmond Ridder Rookie Report. For everybody that's tuning in, of course, you know we had the Rookie Report series going on for a while now. We did the Drake London one with Carlo Jimenez, Pac-12 broadcaster. KX SE student director for the radio station out there, Campus Radio. He was with us for Drake London. Then we have Kyle Andrews from Arnold Ebukati, who covers Penn State football. We also had Ryan Foley and also Ryan, the other Ryan, I think it's Thornburg, I believe it is. R&R Catcast for Detroit Anderson Rookie Report. And tonight we get blessed with Jeff Howell from PTP Podcast Cincy. Who's going to be with us tonight shortly. Clayton Murray's in the chat.
Rise up.
Rise up. Rise up. Lorenzo's here. Photoshop mustache, bro. Can't get a real one. Got to grow one, bro. Got to grow one. Mustache, bro. You know what I'm saying? Tough. Going ahead and break the ice real quick. Want to check y'all. Want to let y'all see something real quick. Let's break the ice. Out here on One Time for the Fan. See if y'all see this. Y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Bro. Detroit taking some super L's right now, bro. I don't know who. Before you look at this video, everybody, can y'all hear me? Chase Bodie?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, before y'all look at this video, I want y'all to just look at what we're looking at before I press play. All right? Somebody built this. So, as you can see, it doesn't look like a good idea, but it's built out of metal, right?
Yeah.
It's this metal slide out there in Detroit. They're charging people to go down this slide. And this is the experience that you get.
Very hot.
Damn. Hold on. Watch it. Bro, look at this. With the drone view. Watch this. Pop. 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 Watch the next one. Watch the next one.
Concussion.
It got to be silent on waiver.
Bro, you can't beat this. Sound like those stairs out there. Sound like them stairs out there in the Caesars Dome, the Superdome. What they call it?
The old Pizza Palace.
The old Pizza Palace.
Who the hell thought that was a good idea? I mean, I guess some people do anything, but you know.
Lisa Shepard, I don't know what it is. It's some slide out there in Detroit. For some strange reason, they charging some people to do it, and people are doing it. That must have been the test run.
Sheesh.
No comment. I have nothing else to say.
Break the ice here. What's up, man? We're trying to bring this break the ice back, man. You know we got so much talking about with the Atlanta Falcons. We got Jeff Howell from PTP podcast since he coming in here shortly to talk some Desmond Ritter with the Desmond Ritter Rookie Report. Lisa Seven said, no way. This slide is an F-.
Exactly.
Check your boy Clayton out. They forgot the oil. Bro, that shit built out of metal.
Bro, that's terrible.
It looked like it was in some pillowcases too. I don't know what they were doing.
I don't know. Them like hacky sacks. Them sacks.
Potato
sacks. Yeah.
One time for the fan, you never know how we're gonna, change it up for y'all. But of course, here on the show, we talking Falcons football, right? So tonight, we're gonna talk about the Falcons Jets matchup, players to watch for on both sides of the ball, coming from the Falcons and the Jets. Desmond Ritter, Bodie.
Yep.
For his first game preseason last week, he did pretty good. And Falcon fans are excited to see more of Desmond Ritter, right? And of course, tomorrow night we're gonna get a chance to see more of Desmond Ritter. But in college, a lot of people did not know about Desmond at Cincinnati. Falcon fans were paying attention to a lot of Georgia players, right? The moment came up for the Falcons to select the quarterback, and then of course, Desmond Ritter was selected. You saw what was going on in the chats, buddy. Yeah. But I think Desmond Ritter is going to be a phenomenal quarterback here for Atlanta. Jeff Howell is going to be ready to join us here. I see him in the lobby right now. So I think Desmond Ritter is going to be a phenomenal quarterback. But just go back to that moment, draft night, Bodie, when me and you was doing our coverage and they selected Desmond Ritter. Your thoughts when they selected him?
Well, first thing I was thinking is, I guess they don't want that hometown kid, Malik Willis.
Mm-hmm.
Something about playing at Liberty. It just ain't it, I guess. I don't know. I mean, Desmond played against the top of the top. So, I wasn't opposed to nothing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wanted Malik because the media hyped Malik up to be this guy. This transcendent guy. You know what I'm saying? But, I didn't have no real... I wasn't leaning one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? When they drafted Ritter, I was like, man, Ritter's solid. Mm-hmm. We whooped his ass when Georgia faced him, but Ritter's solid. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I was happy for it. I trust, like I said, trust the process. That's all you got to do is trust the
process. Chase, quickly, your thoughts when the Falcons selected Desmond Ritter before we get Jeff Howell in here. He's already here in the lobby. Want to go ahead and get him in here shortly. But Chase, your thoughts when Desmond Ritter was selected?
I was personally cool with it. I felt like he had proven himself a little more than what Malik Willis had done, other than just his pro days. So yeah, I was cool with it. I can ride with it.
Falcon fans, those tuning in now, those tuning in later, welcome to the stream. Of course, we're talking Falcons football every Wednesday, every Sunday, 8 p.m. Here on Facebook and YouTube. We're continuing with our Rookie Report series. And of course, we always try to bring on a special guest anytime we do the Rookie Report. And we have a special guest here with us tonight. So, want to go ahead and add him to the stream so that way he can let us know a little bit about himself. As you can see right there, Jeff Howell.
What's up, guys?
What's up, Jeff?
Hey,
At Cincy Fan 500 is in the building. PTP Podcast Cincy is here. Jeff, how you doing, man? How's everything going?
It's going well. How are you guys?
We're doing great, man.
Good. Can't complain.
We're doing
great. I heard the list of people you had for the other rookie reports, and they're probably a little more accomplished than I am at this.
Well, we're always gonna have a good time. Anytime we're talking Falcons football, when we're talking any type of football, college football, NFL, it's just always good to just have, anybody here who can join in and bring their thoughts and their knowledge and their views to the channel. So that's what we do here on One Time for the Fan. We're all fans of football, Jeff. So it's always good to reach out and speak to other podcasts or speak to other people who's covering football in their rights. So, Jeff, please, for everybody that's in here tonight, welcome. Just tell us a little bit about yourself, Jeff.
So I'm from obviously he said there PTP podcast Cincy. We started that podcast about, I guess it started like 3 years ago. I joined up about 2 years ago. We're about 130 episodes in. When you sent the description of what you guys do, it's a whole lot like what we do up there or up here. We cover UC sports, mostly football, basketball. Every now and then we'll throw in baseball. And then we do the Bengals and the Reds. The Reds haven't given us a whole lot of anything to talk about really this year. So those have been a little light. But other than that, like we love Cincinnati sports. We got one of my co-hosts, Aaron Smith. He helps out with Bearcat Journal. Nice. So they kind of took us under their wing. And then we have a Bearcat Nation Facebook page. It's got like 14,000 people in it. So
nice. Big shout out to BearcatJournal.com too as well. Shout out to everybody who's covering anything football related, because we're in this field too, buddy, Chase. So we're doing the same thing that we're doing over here, Jeff. But we're covering with the Atlanta Falcons. Just glad to know that you're able to get some time to come out, speak with us. We're doing this Desmond Ridder Rookie Report. And, of course, Desmond Ridder going to Cincinnati. You guys covering Cincinnati football. A lot of Falcon fans didn't know much about Cincinnati football. They were so stuck on, the Georgia players and the Bama players and the SEC players. Even when it came out to selecting a quarterback, they had Malik Willis as their top choice. For me,
I'm sorry. Y'all gotta say good night.
Okay, man. All right, now there you go.
He won't stop badgering. I'm like, no, say please.
Bodie, we gotta get him in on as a special guest, man. Definitely.
Yes, we do. A lot of insight.
Justin Newman in the chat, Carlo, Clayton, Lisa. We're talking Desmond Ridder Rookie Report. But yes, Jeff. Falcon fans wanted Malik Willis, right? Okay. A lot of Falcon fans wanted Malik Willis. We covered the draft that night. We did a 3-hour podcast, and we can see from the Falcons chats, once Desmond Ridder was selected, the boards went crazy. Malik Willis is still there. What are y'all doing? Yep. Not too many people knew about it. Please, from your knowledge, can you just give us some information on what type of player are the Falcons getting with Desmond Ridder?
So the Desmond Ritter story with UC kind of it started before Luke Fickell. Mm-hmm. He was recruited the year prior by the prior regime that was there, and the offensive coordinator at the time was one Zach Taylor.
Yeah, Zach Taylor's right from the Bengals.
You might know him as the head coach of the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yep.
So he's at UC. They're looking for some quarterbacks. I think it was his wide receivers coach is who he credits with kind of putting him on Ritter. He goes down, checks him out. They end up offering him. Ritter at the time was a 2-star, maybe a low 3-star guy. Mm-hmm. He ended up with 2 Division I offers, Eastern Kentucky and UC. And he decided he was going to come up to UC. And then the coaching staff changed. I think they went 4-8 that year. Something, whatever. Tuberville's gone, and with his staff as well. They bring in Luke Fickell. He honors the commitment there to Ritter. Sort of talked to him and brought him in, kept him in the fold. And their first season, he redshirts. So that's 2017. He redshirts. 2018. And they went 4-8, mind you, in 17, Fickell's first year. That's the last time that we want to see a single digit there on the front end of a Luke Fickell schedule. So anyway, so he's redshirt his freshman year, or his first year there. Comes out his redshirt freshman year 2018, and actually they opened the season that year at UCLA. Mm-hmm. They've got Cincinnati, who is, I've been a fan of Cincinnati football for a long time, and Cincinnati, university. My dad went to University of Cincinnati. I grew up here. Is what it is. To get basketball tickets back when Kenyon Martin was playing here, like Nick, that you had to buy football tickets to be allowed to buy basketball tickets, so they could get people to come to football games, or at least say that they were selling tickets to them. Right. So then we went through a few. We had D'Antonio who was here. He left, went to Michigan State. And then we had Brian Kelly. And we all know what happened there. He left in the middle of the night, went to Notre Dame, and then Butch Kelly, Tommy Tuberville, and Luke Fickell. So we had some success there at the end of the 2000s and going into 2010. Everybody's like, UC football is great. Yeah, I mean, we're within a second of a pass dropping in the Texas Nebraska game, maybe, for UC to go to the national championship in 2009, and then they end up going down to the Sugar Bowl playing Florida. Long story there. So then we end up with Tuberville. We got some bad years. Fickell, and this is the first season where they're kind of like, okay, this is, we were 4-8 last year. They're going to start on the rise. They have a senior quarterback and Desmond Ritter. Senior quarterback gets the first 2 series out at UCLA. They had said the plan was 2 series, kind of see how things go. They were down 7-0. Desmond Ritter comes in with it's the 7:22 mark against UCLA in the Rose Bowl for his first start, and he leads them. I mean, they win the game, right? So he didn't come out for a whole lot of that, and you could kind of start to see then that this is a kid that, I mean, he just knows how to win. And that's something that I'll probably reference a lot tonight. The kid's a winner. If you look at the list of the most winning quarterbacks in the NCAA, you've only got 2 guys ahead of him. And he won 44 games as a starter. He didn't lose a single game at home.
That alone is crazy.
26-0.
Yeah, saw that.
So that's kind of what as far as the player you're getting, a guy that's going to prepare. I mean, when they talked to him after the game, he's like, look, I knew kind of how it was going to go, but I was prepared. I was ready to go. He cares about football. I know a lot of people, we care about football. Desmond Ritter cares about football, and he cares about being good, and he cares about leading guys and making sure that the guys around him also improve. Right. So that's what you look at the quarterback class that was coming out this year. There wasn't a Joe Burrow in it, right? Desmond Ritter, to me, I thought he was going to go a lot earlier. We talked about it on our podcast. He said when they called, I mean, he said it. This took too long.
Yeah, we heard it.
Oh, I heard it.
Right? Hey, what took so long, Coach?
Yeah. But you heard it loud and clear right there on the draft.
He said they effing gonna pay for it. Something to that.
He did. He said, he said, he basically referencing everybody that passed on him. He said they effed up. So
first interview he came out with the Falcons was they're going to get a Super Bowl out of me. Chase, I know you remember that one.
Yeah,
he's hearing that already, and then hearing what Jeff is saying right now. That moment versus UCLA, then leading on to his career at Cincinnati. Hearing those stats, Falcons fans, let you know what Jeff just said. Kid is a winner, right? And he's also born to lead too. That's what we need right here in the Falcons locker room, especially at quarterback. We need a leader. We've had one for 14 years here in Atlanta. Fans are all tied up once Matt left. Then some fans were like, "Oh, okay, new regime, new era.
Let's get a new on to the next kind of thing."
On to the next type of thing, because we did, 14 years is a long time. It's a long marriage, man. 14 years, it's tough. But to hear, go ahead, Jeff.
I just want a couple other things that when Zach Taylor went down, like he was quoted in an Inquirer article, I believe it was this past year, Cincinnati Inquirer, they talked to him about it, and he said he went to somewhere in the neighborhood of like 20 workouts. He attended 20 workout. Zach Taylor did to find a quarterback for UC, going out seeing him, and every time he would go to one, it would be there'd be a private quarterback coach, one of their head coaches or what a position coach would be there, and would say, okay, I got these guys here. You're going to pass to. They're going to run this route, this route, this route. When he got to Desmond had all his guys ready to go. He told them what time to be there, like 7:30 in the morning. He told them what routes he wanted them to run. He ran his workout. And Zach Taylor said he turned and looked at his coach and was like, what am I missing with this guy? And he's like, you're not missing anything. I don't know why nobody's offered him yet. He's a leader. That's what you're. I mean, that, and then he's a family man. He had his daughter was born last year. There's a Cincinnati Bearcats did a like a mini series last year called Let It Fly. Won some awards and whatnot. But in the second episode, they do like, it's called Family, and they go to his house. You meet like his wife, well, his now wife, and his daughter. You just kind of see what
Great
nowadays.
Family too as well. Great family.
Nowadays, you got to look at the character of the people that you're bringing in too. Yeah. And you're not going to get a higher character guy than Desmond Ritter.
Chase Bodie, hearing that with character, Arthur Blank don't play about that when it comes to character. You know how it is in here in Atlanta. He doesn't want media attention on the negative side. We know about the situation with the quarterback earlier this year, but business as usual, man. You got to do what you have to do in the NFL. But hearing that, especially with the time with Desmond Ritter, Chase Bodie, do you remember when Desmond Ritter, first day of minicamp, or was it rookie minicamp or training camp, he was upset because Mariota got out there before him on the first day. Mariota woke up like 15 minutes earlier and beat him out there to the facility. But Mariota also went to sleep like 2 hours before him. It was like 8:30 at night. He was really upset because he was like, man, I really wanted to show up and beat Mariota to camp first day. But he was the second person in the building. So hearing that about Desmond is perfect. Chase, you have a question for Mr. Howell.
Yeah.
Don't you, sir?
Yes, sir. Just knowing Desmond Ritter from playing in Cincinnati, do you think he has what it takes to be that franchise quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons that we need desperately, like really desperately?
Desperately. My guy.
I think he does. And yeah, he doesn't make excuses. He's a guy that, like I said, I mean, he's always prepared. He wins. That's kind of what you need. You don't want some guy out there that's not gonna bring that kind of fight with him. But his confidence is through the roof. You've seen that with we talked about what he said whenever they made the phone call to him. These guys all effed up. Like, I'm bringing a Super Bowl here. I'm not leaving Atlanta until we get a ring. So you've got those things.
That's music to my ears right there, hearing that.
From
your quarterback? Oh yeah, I need that.
I kind of relate that to, like, we've got Joe Burrow up here as far as the Bengals go, and the attitude that he always brings out there, and like the level of confidence that he exudes. Like, I mean, I'm not going to say that Desmond Ritter is going to be Joe Burrow, but he's got that. I would say he's kind of cut from the same mold. His work ethic, his ability to lead, and his supreme confidence is second to none.
Yeah,
I think as long as he's given an opportunity, the NFL is my bad. The NFL is a place that can chew people up. We've seen some guys that have big time college careers, and everybody says all the right things about them, kind of like I'm saying right now, and they're out of the league in a year, and then you don't ever hear about them, or they end up in the box calling games. But as long as he's given, I think, the chance to kind of grow a little bit. I mean, there's no doubt that he's going to want to be QB1 from jump. He's going to be afforded the chance to make some mistakes. And kind of learn. I mean, I think everybody knows that when you come to the NFL, the game is a lot faster.
That's true.
You're looking at guys across the line that they were all
Big
the
boys.
best of what they were the best of what they did where they came from, and that's why they're across the line from you in the NFL.
Yep.
But then you got to, he's one of those guys that knows that in himself, he was one of the best to come from where he was at.
Right.
But he deserves to be there. I think if he's afforded a little bit of chance to grow, he can grow into that franchise quarterback for Atlanta and stick around for a while.
Cool.
That's good to hear. It surely is good to hear. We saw Desmond Ritter last week in preseason game. I mean, fans were rooting for him. Fans wanted to see Desmond Ritter, go off and 300 yards and go crazy. 4 touchdowns first game. Slow down, Falcons fans. Only his first preseason game, but you're hearing it right here. Desmond Ridder Rookie Report. For a lot of fans that don't know about Cincinnati football, for a lot of fans that don't know about Desmond Ritter in his college career, we're glad to have Jeff Howell here to speak with us to let us know some things about Desmond Ritter, because a lot of Falcon fans want a franchise quarterback going forward. Chase, you see the hype with Desmond Ritter and Drake London from being together, in the dorms for rookie minicamp. The pictures, the videos, you see it.
Yeah,
I think Ritter is going to be the future franchise quarterback here in Atlanta.
Most definitely.
They say sacrifice for Bryce, go down for Stroud. That's what some fans are saying. Some fans, but here in Atlanta, they're not going to tank. You don't know what your draft is going to be next year, so you can't mess up a season to go after one player. You gave Desmond Ritter the 4-year deal. I personally believe he's going to be the franchise quarterback here going forward in the future. Jeff, you've watched a lot of games at Cincinnati, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
We're going to talk about the Bengals, too, because I hear that who day in your voice.
Yeah.
And you sound like you might be a fan that goes to the game. So
I do it on occasion when I can get there. I got 3 kids, wife, and all that kind of stuff. So when we can make time to get to a game, we go. But it gets a little pricey.
Jeff, we are fans, man. So when it comes to Saturday college football, Sunday NFL, like we are ready for that whole weekend. So we definitely know the feeling too. Plus, we're family guys too as well, man.
Right.
So we totally understand. But seeing so many highlights and so many games at Cincinnati, what game showed you as a fan that Desmond Ritter is ready for the NFL? I know you talked about the UCLA game earlier. Arthur Blank talked about the Notre Dame versus Cincinnati game when he saw Ritter play. But from your thoughts, your knowledge, what game do you think was, that moment for Desmond Ritter was like, oh, yeah, he's going to be playing on Sunday?
So I think a lot of his career was like that. I mean, I'll talk about it in a minute, but he had kind of a downward year in 2019. So like his sophomore year, call it a sophomore slump, whatever you want. And it really wasn't that awful. He just had struggled for a little bit. But a lot of people will point to the Notre Dame game this past season, as being a game that hey, look what he can do. But he went out there from start to finish in that game, dominated. Or they might even point back to the UC Georgia game in the Peach Bowl in January of 2021. They were pretty well set to win that game if, I don't know, it's not a home game against Georgia where they get a kick inside a dome and some freshman kicker launches a 60-yarder or whatever that was.
Yeah. Got
Anyway.
that Georgia fan down there, that big Georgia fan down there. He's smiling.
So, my buddy told me I had to get that shot in.
Get it in.
So, no, but I'll point to a game that some might not really put a lot of weight on.
Yes, sir.
But it was the Bearcats versus Indiana last year. So Indiana came into the season ranked like 17th. I think they lose the first week to Iowa. They fall out of the standings, whatever. The importance of the game wasn't necessarily how good Indiana was, because Indiana ended up being awful last year. I think they won 2 games. It's a game that UC is going into to play in a Power 5 stadium away from home.
Mm-hmm.
It ends up being in front of the largest non-conference crowd since like 1987. There was like 53,000 people there.
Mm-hmm.
Now Ritter, obviously, his first game, he's playing in front of like 55,000 in the Rose Bowl. Maybe that doesn't affect him that much. He does have a slow start in that game a little bit. He threw an interception. He fumbled the ball. They were getting beat. UC was getting beat. He took a pretty big lick from Micah McFadden, the Indiana linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
He gets ejected for targeting. And Ritter really comes back out in the second half. And I mean, he ends up with 2 touchdown passes, a rushing touchdown. A game like that on a stage like that for UC at the time was huge.
Mm-hmm.
It's a game, obviously, they've got to win. They have aspirations of being the first group of 5 team to break through into the playoff at the end of the season. And to do that, they've got to win games.
Mm-hmm.
They can't lose. Certainly can't lose.
Definitely don't want to be on that upset alert on Saturday playing against Indiana, which is the game you're expecting to win.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're a group of 5 team. So you lose and you're sitting between 20, 25 and out of the rankings like that.
Yeah.
So the weight, what was surrounding the game, and for him to have the team and him to have kind of a slow start in that game and then lock it back in and end up winning and winning going away was something you can look at that guy and say that dude could play on Sundays.
Yeah.
And then obviously 2 weeks later they get a bye week. 2 weeks later they go play Notre Dame, and from there the rest is history.
So from hearing that story, and that's great, because from hearing that story, let's go back, Falcons fans, to the Detroit game the other night, right? After the fumble. It's preseason. 4th and 9. Desmond Ritter still out there trying to make a play happen. Right? We know he's on the team. He made it happen. Chase, buddy. He made it happen. Jeff, did you see the play on 4th and 9 against the Lions last week?
Yeah, where he rolls out to the right and threw it back. Who was the receiver on that?
Oh, that's Jared Bernhardt, one of our undrafted free agents trying to make the team right now. He is a lacrosse player.
He is not just a lacrosse player. He is the best lacrosse player in the nation.
He's the best lacrosse player in the nation.
One. Like literally,
he's a professional lacrosse player?
Yeah, professional.
Is he the dude that went over the middle on Sauce the other day?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Which we will get to as well, because we're going to cover that Falcons Jets media. Jets media is making people believe that they're going to win the Super Bowl. Y'all, we got to stop. Funny. But we're talking Desmond Ritter right now. But definitely, Bernhardt had a nice catch against Sauce Gardner the other day. Yeah.
Sauce Gardner. Yep.
Okay.
One time for the fan. Just hearing that though, Desmond Ritter, 4th and 9, rolling out, making a play, leading the team to victory. And then watching it on Hard Knocks from the other end, seeing it from Detroit side, it's like, wow, they fumbled the bag on the game. It's preseason though, but to see a young quarterback, Chase, like your question before, franchise moment, that was like one of his franchise moments right there.
Yeah.
Even though it's preseason, I want him to do it week 1, week 2, week 3, however they play him. I think Mariota might be the starter, but going forward, Ritter will probably be the future franchise quarterback here in Atlanta. Bodie, my good friend, I know you got some questions for Jeff because you always bring the facts, bring the knowledge. Good to have you here, Bodie. What's up, man? You got some questions for Jeff?
I just want to touch on that real quick. Just want to touch on that pass he made. When he rolled out, it was a special pass. Like, he didn't throw it over. He threw it only where the receiver can adjust and get to it. He threw it kind of short. If you want to look, go back and look at it. He threw it kind of short, and the receiver wasn't even really open. He had to make it open. He just like make a play, and he threw it up there, and he threw it kind of short, so the DB was behind him, I believe. That was just. I think that's just smart IQ, football IQ. That was just. So I just wanted to say that.
Let me touch on that too as well. Now, hold on. Now, let me give you one up. Now, hold on. Now,
all right.
Going to the football IQ. Let's go down to when he talked to Fox 5 after the game and broke down the coverage.
Yeah.
And broke down what it was with the cover 2, and realized what it was, and he knew the play. The fade had broken off, and he said, just got to make a play. Got to throw it up there and make a play for your guys. And hearing that, but remember, go back to when he talked to Steve Mariucci. Back in the bus when they was doing the draft coverage, and they did the playbook on the board and gave him the marker. He went over there and did the same play right back and said what he would have done. That football IQ is crazy for Desmond Ritter. Crazy. Crazy. So yeah, man, Bodie, definitely good for pointing that out. But go ahead, Bodie. I know you got some questions.
Yeah, that was good to watch. But yeah, my question basically is had to play devil's advocate or bad cop, but I think it needs to be said. There's just a lot of draft analysts calling Desmond Ritter the best quarterback in this draft. And he showed a lot of poise, and I believe he possibly was the best quarterback in this draft, technically, you know. Yet he did fall to the third round. So what might have caused this, and what are some of the things that he needs to improve on, in your opinion?
Well, first and foremost, I think he fell to where he fell to. I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that he played at Cincinnati. Mm-hmm. It's a group of 5 team. Mm-hmm. You know, you can say whatever you want, but you know, coming from you, if he's wearing, you know, a Georgia uniform or Alabama uniform, Ohio State, Notre Dame, everybody's gonna look at him a little differently when they're breaking things down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
just is what it is. Now he has had. I don't even so I was talking to my co-host Aaron, who's on the PTP podcast Cincy with me.
Yes, sir.
And I'm like, hey, I need to come up with like at least a couple things, so that I don't sound like I'm just like saying he's like the next coming of the greatest quarterback ever. But really, like he's had some issues with kind of starting a little slow in games. So like he'll be a little more inconsistent early on in a game. Mm-hmm. He tends to sometimes. I've seen some scouting reports on him. They say he throws off his back foot. I'm not capable of breaking things down to that level. I just know that sometimes, it looks like he's throwing with a shotgun because the ball's a little bit crazy sometimes. But then the pass down there against Detroit, that's right where it needed to be. Like you couldn't put that ball anywhere else. So yeah, that's possibly something that he's been really focused on. Last year he didn't run the ball as much. Mm-hmm. I think it was his like lowest total of rushing yards. Mm-hmm. And he can be used both ways. He can absolutely beat with his feet. I think he needs to be a little quicker to release the ball. Sometimes he would hold on to it just a touch longer. The way he rolls out sometimes lends itself to being sacked if any of the linemen break down. But other than that, like he puts the ball where it's got to be. He doesn't really try to force a lot of things, like so he doesn't make those kinds of mistakes. And maybe that looks a little different in the NFL. Maybe he does try to maybe a pass that he doesn't think is being forced in the NFL because of the athletes you're playing against. So he might need to kind of adjust that a little bit. His deep ball looks good most times. But then sometimes he'll come back on a short route and, throw it 2-3 feet over the guy's head. Mm-hmm. So just some of the accuracy in his passing game could use some work if we're going to be nitpicky about some things. Mm-hmm. Not like I said, I'm not saying that he's the greatest quarterback ever, but he is certainly a very good one, and one that if you're looking at things to improve on, you are looking to take things from good to great, maybe even elite in some areas, right? So,
good to hear.
I mean that most,
yeah.
Me personally, I think if he would have went in the first round at the end of the first round, nobody would have batted an eye. Because he has that talent. Mm-hmm. I like what I saw last, when he played at Cincinnati. I liked everything, and him, the smarts, the IQ, it just got to me. Mm-hmm. That was my thing with him. See, and he did, he went to the third, but like you said, I think it was probably he played at the Cincinnati. That's the only thing.
So real quick, going back to what he just said about releasing the ball quicker sometimes. You saw the play when he got sacked against the Lions. He spun away from the 2 sacks, ran to the sideline to where he could have thrown that out of bounds and been an incomplete pass, but he did exactly what Jeff just said. He pretty much held onto the ball. You did take a sack. 1 sack, preseason. Got a little dirty. You know what I'm saying? You got to hit the ground sometime. But they did bang him up a few times here and there. But like you said, you got to release the ball earlier. I mean, Falcons fans, you do remember we had a quarterback who, oh man, don't even want to talk about it. But going
you like
to the
bringing
next
up
question,
old
Bodie,
shit,
go ahead.
don't you?
I mean, man, because the first play you saw, even with the Falcons, when Mariota scrambled out, it was like, oh shit, about to start running the ball with the quarterback. It just felt kind of good, to have that quarterback, that dual quarterback system where both of them can come in there and run the ball. I mean, we tallied over 100 plus yards in the first half rushing the ball, 168 in the end of the game. Two of your quarterbacks led most of the rushing yards, but that's good. That's what I wanted to see, But yeah, Bodie, man, go ahead, Bodie. It's on you, bro.
All right. My final question, and probably the final question. Old cliche question. Describe Desmond in one word. What was that word and why?
I mean, I think I've touched on it from jump here. He's a winner. I mean, 44 wins in his college career, 26-0 at home. What else do you want out of a guy, right? I mean, and it's not like they played a bunch of weak teams throughout the time. I mean, they were playing against the UCFs whenever they went and claimed a national title or whatever they did. I don't know what that was about, but they had that. The
Flex Bowl.
They played. They did play some good team, and then his senior year he's going playing Indiana, coming off of playing Georgia, which nobody gave him a chance to win that game, and like we talked about, I mean that comes down to a young kicker making a heck of a kick to win the game for Georgia. Otherwise, UC wins that game, and then who knows? Maybe Dez comes out a year earlier. I don't know. I mean, I know they were saying that he was like graded out in like the 6th round that year. So, and he said that he had planned on coming back anyway because his daughter was going to be born, and he had a more stable situation going on at UC, and that way, one more year at UC, improve on his own, but also have a stable environment for his brand new daughter. So those are all good things. But yeah, I'd go with winner.
Man,
Bodie?
That's big. That's big. It makes sense. I mean, that's just big to me right there. And like you said, he decided to go back for his daughter, in the situation, keep it stable. That's a mindset right there. Most kids just go take the money, gotta go get the money. That's a grown man decision. He had a daughter coming. He could have been like, man, we're gonna go get this money. But no, he came back. That strikes with me too. That's big.
It's good to hear these things about Desmond Ritter because as a Falcon fans, of course, y'all know. We just saw the player get selected. Some of y'all was just like, oh, Desmond Ritter. Oh, okay, whatever. Oh, why don't we draft Malik Willis? Started hitting the boards, debating, arguing. But hearing some more knowledge here about Desmond Ritter kind of gets us prepared for that moment when he steps in to be the franchise future quarterback here at the Atlanta Falcons. So, Jeff, I really do appreciate you giving us this information here tonight. Real quick here, going to the chat. See, Justin Newman. He's a very smart, knowledgeable quarterback. He has a spunk to him, and I love it. You hear that right now? These are Falcon fans talking, Jeff.
I ain't heard spunk in a while. A little spunk.
You write this down. Word of the night.
Word of the night.
Justin Newman,
now,
appreciate the comment, man.
Before you jump to this next one, I need to know everything there is to know about Hayden Hurst.
Hayden Hurst.
Who?
Oh, you mean that guy that plays for Cincinnati now? He was with us. Oh, so okay, I got it.
So he was oh shit, but you go ahead, man. Chase, you want to take this one first?
I'll put some.
Go ahead, Chase. You got it, Chase.
Personally, I like Hayden. Hayden's a big body. He can definitely get in the coverages that other receivers can't. He's got speed, and he's a very young player as well. So I just think Hayden wasn't in the right scheme fit with us. Kyle Pitts kind of came in and took that over. But
that's fair.
I think you do got a very good player in Hayden Hurst.
Yeah, and I'll piggyback on that. Hayden Hurst is a starter. He's a starter in this league. Very good hands. He's got speed. I was surprised. I was like, oh, he got some wheels on him when he was with us last year. He is a starter. He's a good player for you guys, and you guys are going to enjoy him. I promise. Yeah, he's going to be good for you.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's a player that can get downfield in between zone coverage a lot. A lot of people forget about him because he might come across the stat sheet as a guy not to watch or a key player, but turn your back on him and next thing you know he got 2 or 3 catches and he's racking up yards on and he's pushing the chains. Seriously. And that's what you want from certain tight ends. Yeah. Kyle Pitts, we're using him more like a Julio now. So he's like there. He's everywhere. Yeah. But Hayden Hurst, he knows his role. He knows what to do. And he's not a player that gets upset. He's a locker room guy. He's cool around the other players. He's pretty good. I ain't got a problem with Hayden Hurst, but he just didn't fit what we have going forward. But you definitely got a good player in your locker room.
Former first round draft pick.
What's the guy we had before they won the Ricardo Allen, another good player too as well.
Yeah. Cool guy.
Michael Ray, we're winning 9 games this year. Let's go, Michael. One of those games, hopefully, is against the Bengals. We're going to talk about the Bengals and the Falcons in just 2 minutes here. We're going to wrap up this rookie report. Did the level of competition he faced yearly in college get him ready for the NFL? Or will he have the same learning curve as B10 SEC quarterbacks coming into the NFL? Jeff, did the level of competition he faced early in college get him ready for the NFL?
Yeah, I think we touched on that a little bit. I mean, obviously he wasn't out there playing an SEC schedule or a Big 10 schedule or, whatever, Big 12, anything like that. But I think what you saw when he did play those teams was that he was ready for it, that he was on that level, and he's that kind of guy. So, I mean, obviously there's always a learning curve coming from college football at any level, no matter how you perform whenever you come to the NFL.
Yes, sir.
Playing against just a faster situation going on. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, he's going to have there's probably going to be a little bit of a learning curve and going to need to, maybe give him a little bit of time. But I'm not saying like 3 years, I'm just saying he might need a couple weeks to kind of get acclimated here coming in.
That's good to hear. That is good to hear. Red Swarm. What I'm most excited about is watching Dez's ability to make something happen when things break down. Man, that is what gets me pumped about Dez. He had the mindset of a winner. I'm glad to hear that. Like you said, everybody's saying winner in the chat now. I don't know. That might be the word of the night. The word of the night, too.
Winner.
Winner and elite. Don't forget that word. Jeff said elite. Lisa Shepard. Hayden Hurst was utilized here in Atlanta. He definitely was. If Hayden Hurst would have been here now, with the tight end core that we got, I'll get Frisker out of here. I keep Hayden Hurst.
No doubt.
I definitely would keep Hayden Hurst.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. We were throwing the Pitts last year. So, I mean, Hayden Hurst, come on. I mean, it was Pitts. 1,000 yards in this rookie season. So.
And don't forget, Falcons fans, when Terry was talking about rebuilding and cleaning house, Hurst wasn't like that guy who was like, oh, no, he's been here so long. Why do we get rid of him? It was just like, okay, Hurst is going to another team.
Okay, no disrespect to CJ Uzomah.
Oh no, definitely
he's better than CJ Uzomah.
Yeah,
we've kind of thought that on our own up here.
Yeah,
Justin Newman. What I've seen in Ritter in the preseason game, he was very patient and calm. But I'm loving what I'm seeing. I was there all practices and inside practices. Definitely. I was there at training camp too as well. Got a chance to take some pictures with Ritter. Remember that picture went viral. So shout out to Dez. Shout out to Dez, man. But it's good to see that, we have a young quarterback who could be the future quarterback here in Atlanta. I'm excited. Falcon fans are excited. They're buying up the jerseys, So it's good to know the future is strong here in Atlanta. I don't think we're going to draft the quarterback next year in the first round. I think it's going to be probably more defense or offensive line. Falcons will Falcon, everybody. But the chat's going crazy tonight. We're going to get to that shortly. We're going to get to the Falcons and Jets Keys matchup. We definitely want to go ahead and get Jeff up out of here shortly. But before that, Jeff, Falcons, Bengals. I hear the who day. I said it already. I hear that who day.
Yeah.
Your boy. I'll be there for that game, Jeff. Don't know if you'll be there. If you want to come on out and enjoy some Falcons, Bengals football, I'll be driving up for that game. So, if you want to come on out and
when is
have
that
a
one?
drink. And that's
it's like week 4, ain't it?
Cool.
That's right after, shortly after Tampa. I think it's 2 weeks after Tampa, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I don't have my...
Yeah. I don't have it on me either.
Where's my assistant with my schedule? Where's my assistant with my schedule?
Where's my super suit?
But yeah, Falcons, Bengals. Jeff, give us some little insight outside of Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. I mean, give me some little insight of what y'all got cooking up there.
I mean, I tell you what, they've totally redone their offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, they went out and got Ted Karras, Lyle Collins. They had they let Jackson Carman. He's not looked very good in preseason, but they picked up a kid from some I don't even know where he's from. His name's Cordell Volson. I want to say he's from some smaller school, whatever. The dude's been a monster. So the offensive line, fingers crossed, Burrow won't be on his back so much. But then on the defensive side, we're still kind of waiting to see what goes on with Jesse Bates. He balled out in the playoffs. He had kind of an average so-so regular season, but when it came around to meaning something in the playoffs, he did well. But right now he hasn't signed his
extension.
What is his? No, not an extension. It's the
franchise tag.
Franchise tag. Thank you.
Tag.
So he hasn't signed that yet. He was at the first preseason game. I know that because he had his feet up on a seat and he sent it out on Instagram or something. So he'll probably sign that soon. But Dax Hill, a kid that they got out of Michigan, has been playing. He had an interception earlier tonight. They're playing the Giants.
They just scored.
Who did?
The Bengals just scored against the Giants right now.
Okay. It's recording in the other room. They've kind of reloaded there. There wasn't. So this was a draft. We talked about it going into the draft, on our podcast, obviously. It was a draft that I didn't. There wasn't a lot of I wasn't sitting there oh man, we're gonna get the next, because we were drafting so late in the first round, and then you're just kind of trying to backfill some spots, right? So you're gonna get some guys that either are maybe they surprise you and they jump to the top like Cordell Volson on the line. But other than that, you're just getting guys that maybe they stick, maybe they don't, maybe they end up on the practice squad, maybe they get signed somewhere else. Maybe they backfill in some areas where you're a little bit weak. But other than that, it was just kind of a so-so draft. They got what they needed. They did what they had to do in the draft. It wasn't a bad draft. It just wasn't one that you're pointing to with Jamar Chase, and that was a huge thing. Are we taking Sewell or Chase? Or they even talk about Kyle Pitts. We had that that big debate then, and
you guys are loving Chase right now.
We were all team Chase on PTP Podcast NC. But yeah, the Bengals. Obviously, it's difficult to repeat going to the Super Bowl. It's not something that happens every year, regardless of how good you are. But I'm happy that. Listen, I grew up as a Bengals fan, going to Bengals games. My wife had season tickets whenever I met her. We went and ended up getting rid of them, whatever. But
Die-hard fan.
They were so bad for so long, and then people really don't realize when Marvin Lewis was here, they were just good enough, right? And there were a couple years you got the year when Carson blew his knee out.
You guys had a good season that year, and then I remember
they were looking pretty good that year. Then you got the year Andy broke his thumb. He was having an incredible season. The Bengals were as a team. He was as an individual. Then he breaks his thumb. They lose that one there. So there's, they've had some rough times, but they were just kind of this meandering average team, and it's nice to not have that.
Yeah.
To know that that whenever you're flipping the game on Sunday, you're not gonna be breaking something that's sitting next to you in the living room because you're watching.
Been there, done that.
Falcon fans, we can all agree. We're trying to get back to that point right now where we can get back to the playoffs. It's been some years now, ever since the situation that happened down in Houston. We don't want to talk about that. But Jeff, give us some weaknesses within the Bengals. I know there's got to be a weakness somewhere.
Eli Apple.
Attack Eli Apple. Yes. 5 wide receiver sets all day.
Stand down on Eli Apple.
5 wide receiver set. Triplet.
Hey, you better watch out. His mom might show up.
Oh man,
She'll show up in your mentions.
Oh shit! No. Oh shit! Hey, we love all the players in the
You know what,
NFL.
though,
You know,
like-
we talking Falcons. Go ahead, Jeff.
Eli does all right. Like he's not like necessarily great, but he plays well. Like, he's all right. Really, you got the weakness. The weakness that I'm seeing is going to be. I mean, it's still going to be the offensive line until they prove themselves.
Yeah. Right.
Like these are guys that haven't played together.
Quick question: who's matching up on Kyle Pitts 1-on-1? Who'd you put on him?
Mike Hilton.
Bodie, research Mike Hilton. We need to find out week 7. What the hell, Mike Hilton? Find this guy. Yeah, man. Jeff Howell, man, it's so great to have you on the show, man. Like I said, we're always talking Falcons football. We're just talking football in general, and we love having special guests come on, give us some information. The Desmond Ritter Rookie Report was on point tonight. Great job, man. Always good to have you back. Maybe, or if you want to, if you have some time on your schedule, we can get you back for the Falcons Bengals report that week. We can chop it up, put on our jerseys, and or if you're going to the game too as well, we can meet up there too as well. But for you, Jeff, PTP Podcast Cincy, what do you guys have coming up? Give us some information. Where can we reach you guys? Where can we find out more information about PTP Podcast Cincy?
So at PTP Podcast Cincy, it's scrolling right there at the bottom. It's on Twitter. At CincyFan500 with an I, EINCI fan 500.
Which I'll post on all my social media too as well. Go ahead.
And then we have we do a show every Tuesday night. Starts about 9:15. And it's usually like 2 hours long and gets into the weeds, but we cover as much as we can from all the different sports up here in Cincinnati. And sometimes we have some fun guests on, and other times just me and the other two guys. Like I said, it gets in the weeds sometimes. So,
Chase, Bodie, anything I got before we go ahead and wrap this up? We gotta get to Falcons and Jets key matchups, and then that Game of Thrones is on tonight, fellas. So.
Oh yeah, so you gotta get off.
Thanks to Jeff, man. For real. Thanks to you, though. Appreciate
you guys reaching out.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for being on the show. I learned a lot tonight.
Yeah. All right.
Definitely learned a lot. Jeff, we're gonna get you back. Falcons Bengals, man. We can talk some NFL. Right. Get this thing ready, man. You never know. Ritter could be starting that week. But that matchup between Jamar Chase and AJ Terrell is one to talk about. So get your notes ready. So we're gonna go back to college games and everything, brother. So have a good one, man. Thank you, Jeff.
See you guys.
Appreciate it, Jeff.
One time for the fan. You know what? I should have had my burnt toast meme with Eli Apple's head on it. I'm slipping. No, but shout out to Jeff. Jeff was awesome, man.
Yeah.
I had to talk a little shit because he got cooked in the Super Bowl. Good God.
One time for the fan. I'm glad we have Jeff on the show. That was great. Carlo Jimenez for the Drake London Rookie Report. Kyle Andrews for the Arnold Ebiketie Rookie Report. R&R Catcast, Ryan Foley and Ryan Thornburg for the Troy Anderson Rookie Report. And now Jeff Howell, PTP Podcast Cincy. At PTP Podcast Cincy. Definitely, I'll go ahead and post all that information too as well. Check them guys out, man. They got some creative content over there. I know a lot of us are Bulldog fans, but a lot of us do like listening to podcasts, listening to other sports podcasts. So check them out. Jeff Howell, PTP Podcast Cincy. And of course, we'll bring Jeff back on the show later on in the season to talk Falcons Bengals. And then we also got Ryan Foley from R&R Catcast. That week is going to be crazy. We got R&R Catcast. Ryan Foley is going to be on the show talking Falcons Bengals. He's a big Bengals fan. And of course, they're Troy Anderson fan too as well. But Jeff Howell will also be on the show that week. So go ahead and put it in your schedule and your calendars, everybody. That week for Falcons Bengals is going to be late. Chase, Bodie, what did y'all learn tonight? What was Desmond Ritter Rookie Report Podcast Cincy?
I learned something.
Desmond
Ritter is a winner.
There you go.
Straight up. He said it.
Put that shit on the t-shirt. That dude is a winner.
Falcons fans. You heard what he said. He's a winner. He's a winner. And that's what you need here in Atlanta. Hearing Desmond Ritter, just put it all together. Hearing Desmond Ritter's phone call from Terry the day of the draft. Hearing what he said to Terry. The first interview. The Falcons going to get a Super Bowl out of me. That mentality, that what he believes in as a quarterback. He believes in himself. He believes he can get the job done. Like he said, there's a lot of quarterbacks that come into this league, play 1 year, 2 years, out the door. Backups, never see them again. Yeah. Or they're on the sideline with the headset, or they're in the booth with the microphone saying, "Yeah, I remember I used to be one of those guys."
Or USFL or fan control.
Yeah,
it's getting tough out here. Bodie, you heard Chase. He's a winner. What did you get from the interview tonight with Jeff with Desmond Ridder Rookie Report?
I mean, just the smarts he broke down, how smart that guy is. I mean, we got a confident quarterback. Like, that's the thing. He's oozing with confidence. Like, even on a phone call, like, it starts with the phone call from draft night, and it's coming all the way up until the damn game in Detroit. Oozing with confidence. I'm throwing this ball up, and we're gonna win this goddamn game. Like, it's just.
Oh, and then the drive before halftime, get us all the way across the field like that. That kind of confidence as a rookie says a lot.
You can't teach that. You got to be born. You're born with that. Maybe he's born with it. Like, maybe it's Maybelline. I don't know.
Yeah.
You can't teach that shit. You can't teach the confidence that he has. And I don't remember a quarterback being that damn confident in himself like that. I can't even name one right now. That's something.
Falcon fans, one time for the fan, every Wednesday, every Sunday, 8 p.m., hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. Tell your Falcons friends, tell your Falcons family. We're on the road to the commercial just came on, House of the Dragon. We're on the road to 200 subscribers here on YouTube. I want to thank everybody who's been a part of this, helping us out since day one. Big thank you to everybody, to all who subscribe to the channel. Tell your Falcons friends. Like I said, tell your Falcons family. We're just here talking Falcons football. We ain't doing nothing wrong. We don't bash the team. We ain't bashing the players. Even Hayden Hurst, a former player of the Falcons, we didn't bash Hayden. We said it straight. He's going to be a great player. And that's a Bengals fan asking us about a former Falcons player who's now a Bengals player. So we told him straight up, Hayden Hurst is going to be a good player. Do right with Hayden. Don't make him go. You know what I mean? Don't let Hayden's name get lost in the name
Hayden
of
tight end steward. If they let CJ Uzomah eat with all those receivers, then damn Hayden Hurst going to eat.
Yeah, no doubt.
Going to Desmond Ritter. Chase, Bodie, we're going to go over probably the 9 o'clock. Oh, we already went over the hour mark. So let's go ahead and get about 15 minutes into this. We definitely want to go too far into the show tonight. Like you said, into the weeds. Jeff Howell. Falcons, Jets. Now it's time to get ugly, boys. Yeah. All right. Lot of talk coming out of the Jets media.
A lot.
Appreciate that, Chase. Buddy, I don't know if you caught it. Chase, I'm sure you caught it. Jets media out there thinking it's time to get funky. No, it ain't.
Sit down.
Jets media out here thinking that they're the greatest team to scrimmage against in open practice. You can't get nothing on the Jets. Bryce Hall broke the oh man, look at that 90-yard run. Oh my God, Bryce Hall.
Yeah, the running back. Yeah.
Nobody was tackling. Yeah. And he was stopped too, and it was a holding call that was missed. Nobody's out there. It's not
solutional.
It's not. It's practice. You know what I'm saying?
Practice. Exactly.
Let's get to Arthur Smith, man, because Arthur Smith, man, he always got some good takes, asking us some good questions from the media, and of course, he has some answers. I had some good comedy reading some of the observations of yesterday, Arthur Smith said, after Saturday's practice. From a head coach, it's a comment that makes sense. What many on the outside looking in, not realizing, is number one, how scripted these practices are, and number two, how far from 100% players are actively going. Sure, it's nice to see teams go up against someone other than their own teammates, and the scuffles make it interesting. But in terms of what actually can learn from these practices, Smith said you have to take anything you see with a grain of salt. But the Jets, the Jets, media, going crazy. We're going to the Super Bowl. We're Super Bowl contenders. Falcons don't look good. Hey, D-Led, type it up. We're going to go over there and tell D-Led the Falcons don't look good. Hey, D-Led, guess what? The offensive line over there is not looking too good. You guys might want to go ahead and do something like that. D-Led goes now. This is what the Jets media is telling me. And then the Falcon fans go crazy. Oh my God, Falcons getting cooked out there in camp. Oh my God, the Jets. It's not what I heard though.
No.
I heard they were just playing football and practicing out there. And Jets are out there. Remember the play, Bodie? I don't know if you guys seen it, Chase. Sauce Gardner locking up Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, I saw that was not the case.
No.
Stop it.
No.
I would have been on the hill like this.
I know, right? Like,
Kyle Pitts over there.
huh?
Where y'all see that?
It ain't happening.
I'm about to start crying, though.
Man, please.
Where y'all see that?
Hey.
Kyle Pitts getting locked up. Am I glitching? Locked up where?
Anything. I saw Kyle Pitts running past Sauce Gardner.
Yeah, you better worry about Barry Hart before you worry about Pitts.
I know, right?
I saw Sauce tying shoelaces. Can't do that. Kyle Pitts too fast for you, man. Even your coach said that boy's a Madden player, a creative player.
Yeah.
Creative player.
Yeah.
He ain't say that about you, Sauce. Your coach ain't say that about you. Sauce is tripping. Here's the crazy thing about Jets, right? So I got a friend of mine, really good friend. And he's a big Jets fan, right? So we're in the chats talking like, bro, how y'all journalists talking like this? Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, don't even listen to him. So you sent me a little article, right? You sent me a little article. Rich Samani, whatever his name is. I don't know. Zach Wilson side. This is a Jets journalist, right? Check this out. So it's two Jets journalists, Rick Samini and Brian Costello. You know, this is Rich, journalist for the Jets. Zach Wilson sighting at practice. Spotted behind the wheel of Gator cart, driving off the field and toward the building. Large compression sleeve on his right leg. He got out of the cart limping, then went inside. That's Rich Samini. The other Jets reporter, Zach Wilson, was out here watching practice. He drove by a cart, walked inside with a sleeve on his right leg, walked slowly, but was not limping.
Sheesh.
This is the media from the Jets, folks. And these are the ones that got y'all in an uproar over what's going on at practice. And they got a big-ass tree in the middle of their damn training camp. I don't understand.
Damn sure do.
I just don't understand.
Look, it's... Of course,
Jets reporters keep telling me it's going to be a long season, D-Led. They're talking to you about the Jets, D-Led. Not the Falcons. It's going to be a long season for us, not you guys. They weren't talking about the interceptions Flacco threw. They weren't talking about the sacks Flacco had. Grady was all in them. Grady was all over there. Tease with a sack. Isaiah Oliver with the sack. Tease with a pick. Isaiah Oliver with a pick. I believe Marlo had one. Flacco threw like 4 picks.
Yeah.
They ain't talking about it. Bodie, Chase, Jets media got Falcons fans in an uproar over open practice. What's y'all thoughts on this, man? What y'all hearing going on?
Man, I mean, first of all, you ain't about to go out there and scrimmage the team that you playing on Monday and show them your whole playbook. You know what I'm saying? You better go out there and throw a couple little slant routes, a couple little toss passes. I mean, it ain't nothing too serious. I ain't worried about what they got to say, honestly.
That's good. We ain't spending too much time on it, Bodie. Bodie.
You know what? Any way the Jets can try to turn out some good news for them, they're going to do it. Or good news, whatever news they think is whatever. Nobody paying attention to no goddamn Jets. All right?
No.
Jets ain't nowhere in the playoff picture, even with a healthy Zach Wilson, even with a Zach Wilson with one ass cheek. And what dude say on that show? Hey, all I know is that the Jets, they sound like they starving for news. So, you know, I take all this shit with a grain of salt. Just like all these reporters have been talking about, we're going to win 2 games, and they sound crazy. That's how the Jets reporters sound. I'm not putting my energy in this bullshit. It ain't working.
Falcon fans, it's out there in the media, so we're gonna talk about it because it has to do with the Falcons. But I'm glad that my good friends here, Chase and Bodie, they agree with the same thing I agree with because we can just move on from it. We ain't finna spend no 2 hours talking about it.
Yeah, leave them in the past.
Listen to the hype, and the same thing when it comes to the Falcons journalists. And I've talked to a lot of them, and I hope to have a lot of them here on the show. I'm cool with everybody. I ain't got no problem with what you got to say. D-Led told me 2 games they winning. I said 8, 9 games they winning. We turned around. We had a little conversation. We ain't arguing that. You know what I'm saying? But I understand how Falcons feel about certain journalists, okay? But for me, I don't know. They all cool with me. You know what I'm saying? Keep reporting. Like I said, shout out to everybody out here who's covering the Falcons because even us as a podcast, we can tell y'all, this ain't easy too as well. We got to be on it. Like every article, as soon as it drops, 24/7. You got to know what the Falcons are doing, even if you get some little inside information every now and then.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Yeah. We gotta be tight with this. So a lot of people who's covering the Falcons, that's making it their job. It's not our job, but then again, we love covering the Atlanta Falcons. We love talking about the Falcons. You know what I'm saying? A friend of mine came to me the other day, like, y'all don't want to talk about the Braves, Hawks, and Georgia. Like, bro, it's an hour show. We ain't trying to put all that in 1 hour show. We got to stick to one thing.
See, and that's what PTP. That's what PTP do. They everything. He said,
and like you said, they definitely know it's a 2 hour show, and they go over.
And you know if we do it, it's gonna be more than 2 hours. It just is. Okay.
But I like how we set the mark at an hour, and if we accidentally go over, then we know it was supposed to be at the hour. But if we say 2 hours, which some shows coming up, we might have a little hour and a half. We might say 2 hours. We know we're gonna. But Bodie, most of the time, we know we're gonna go over an hour. We talk about it in the chat. Yeah. Like, this might break an hour with this one because we're gonna get lit. But yeah, man, you know, it's all love here. But Falcons, Jets. Talking to a friend of mine who's a Jets fan, right? I asked him a question. I said, so give me 3 players on offense and 3 players on defense. This is him as a Jets fan, who had a solid game from the Jets in preseason week 1. So he told me Bryce Hall. He's talking about Garrett Wilson. He's talking about Denzel Mims, Zonovan Knight. He's talking about Clemens and talking about a couple of the safeties and the linebackers. So for the Falcons, Bryce Hall is a player to watch tomorrow, right? Apparently this Zonovan Knight, Garrett Wilson, the rookie receiver. Breece Hall? Bryce Hall? Breece Hall?
Breece, yeah.
Doesn't play for the Falcons.
I know, right?
Breece Hall, yes. Thank you, Bodie.
You got that Southern twang.
Yeah. Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, you know, some of the players to watch for too as well on the Jet side.
They do got Garrett Wilson, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They do got him. Asked him about the Falcons O-line, about, you know, that was one of our problems that we're fixing up right now. I said, what position groups are you guys having trouble with? And he was talking about the weakness group for the Jets is the linebackers and the safeties. So if the Falcons are scouting like how, tell them again, Chase.
Line them up, Mariota.
Line them up. If the Falcons are thinking like how we're thinking, and this is the Jets fan telling us what's going on in the Jets camp because he follows the Jets, he watches the Jets, and he wants to see the team get better. Just like us Falcon fans want to see the Falcons get better. But he says their weakness is the linebackers and the safeties. I'm thinking if you're drawing up your coaching plan, Arthur Smith, you attack them linebackers and them damn safeties, especially in the second, third, and fourth quarter when Desmond Ritter is in the game with some receivers that he's now more familiar with. Cameron Batson, Damian Byrd, Alden Tate. So let's mix it up tomorrow, Falcons. Let's get a little crazy, right? I said, who is some players we need to watch for in the second and third team groups for the Jets? He talked about Zonovan Knight. He talked about a guy named Kager, Ruckart. Some of these players, Tanzel Smart, defensive lineman, linebackers. So a couple players of the Jets still looking out for. Don't really care too much about the Jets. But for the Falcons, Chase, Bodie, key matchups tomorrow. We're going to be back on the show. We're doing the post-game report at 11 o'clock tomorrow. 1 hour, quick post-game report. What players are you guys watching for tomorrow? It's a big day. Another set of big cuts coming up for the Falcons. Yep. Players need to shine. Jared Bernhardt's getting a lot of attention right now at the Falcons camp. He's getting a lot of attention within the Falcons organization.
Nice sneak around, make their roster.
Sneak around and sneak on your Frank Darby. You never know what's going to happen. But a couple positions to look for, a couple more battles to watch. Drew Dahlman, the offensive line, Matt Hennessy, the center position. It looks like McGarry's going to lock up that right tackle. We'll go over that just shortly. But Bodie, what are some of your key matchups you're watching for tomorrow?
man, our D line versus their O line.
Yeah,
basically. Period. I want sacks. I want pressure, at least pressure, and I mean good pressure. Not just I want some good AK-47 from last game pressure, and I want that from I want to see everywhere. I want to see Malone get in on it. I want to see Ogadeji get in. I want to see all these cats get some pressure. That's the only thing. I mean, if you don't got pressure, then you know somebody's standing there all day. Even Joe Flacco can pick us apart.
Mm-hmm.
Even Joe Flacco can pick us apart. So
that is true.
Pressure.
Chase. Any key
man, I mainly want to see Geronimo Allison do something. He's had some good games in his career, and that first preseason game just wasn't it for me. So I definitely
make it or break it. This is the make it or break it preseason.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I want to see him do something, and I would like to see Tyler Gier score a touchdown. That's what I'd like to see. Oh, and don't forget, you got Troy Anderson starting Monday, so I'd like to see him play.
Falcons fans, Falcons Jets tomorrow night, Monday Night Football. I know it's preseason. Falcons fans wanted a primetime game. We got one. Only problem is preseason. We got that Thursday night game coming up, and then we're probably going to have some primetime games in the playoffs.
So when are cuts? Tuesday?
Cuts, I believe, are Tuesday or Tuesday or Wednesday. Yeah. Heavy rotation of cuts.
We're gonna know real quick.
Busy day.
Busy week right here.
So it's a big cut week, right?
This is the big cut. This is going to bring us down to I think 75. 70. And then the last cuts is the final 53.
That's like 15 players, ain't it?
Yeah.
Something like that.
A good bit.
Better cut the right ones. Falcons, Jets, tomorrow night. Monday Night Football. You already see what's going on around the NFL. Saints lost yesterday. Bucks lost the other day. Panthers don't want to talk about it.
But they did lose something.
Yes, they did.
Panthers lost their quarterback, their rookie quarterback, Matt Corral.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's tough.
I mean, they do got two guys, but I would say they do got two bozos over there, but
Yeah.
PJ Walker should start week 1. The way PJ Walker played yesterday, he should
start. PJ Walker, he really did. I mean, he really did look a lot better than Baker. And
I just love the way he gets sacked. Like it's just the way he just tries to spin out of it. Like, no, get over here. Get on the ground. Don't throw that ball away. Jets players to watch for: running back Breece Hall, wide receiver Garrett Wilson, wide receiver Calvin Jackson Jr., wide receiver Denzel Mims, running back Zonovan Knight, tight end Lawrence Kager, tight end Jeremy Ruckert, defensive end Jacob Martin, defensive tackle Tanzel Smart, linebacker Jamian Sherwood, linebacker Hamza Nazareddin. Those are the players to watch for when you're watching tomorrow night and you see some of these Jets players fly across the screen. Like, who the hell is this guy? One time for the fan talked about it because a Jets fan who watches a lot of Jets football told me about it. So for the Falcons, for me, I want to see, like Bodie said, I want to see that first team defense get after it. Get them off the field. There shouldn't be no first series drive down the field scoring a touchdown with the Jets. I don't care if it's Monday Night Football in New York or what. Get them off the field. That would be nice for me. Matter of fact, 2-3 more series, get them off the field again.
Yeah.
Shut out the Jets. Let the second and third team score, but shut out the first team. Offense, I want to see you guys work the ball a little bit more. The running game was doing well. Let's run the ball again on the Jets. This is an opportunity to. These 3 games are good opportunities to test your run game. And you did well against the Lions last week. The Lions went ahead and beat the Colts yesterday. 27-26, I believe it was. So the Lions bounced back from their loss. For the Falcons now, with that morale that they built up last week, now going against the Jets, run the ball again. I don't care if it's with Mariota, slide. I don't care if it's with Ritter, slide. But run the ball again. Establish the run early. And then Mariota, get more relaxed. I want to see you actually stand in the pocket, make some throws. Make some throws. If we win the game and Mariota plays a couple series and it says 5 for 12, 41 yards and a touchdown, I'm like, this is gonna be a tough. Oh shit. 2 preseason games in a row, you see something like 2 for 2, 5 for 2. You don't want that. I like to see a nice 9 for 13. You feel what I'm saying? 114 yards, 130 yards, then they take them out. Something nice, or light it up. Let's get some explosive plays tomorrow. I haven't seen too many explosive plays.
Yeah.
Throw that ball down the field, but definitely establish the run. Some players that I'm looking for tomorrow: Mike Ford, D. Alford, Kawani Dang, Troy Anderson, defensive line, Timothy Horn, Derek Tangelo. Some of the players who made the cuts from last week to go forward to this week. This is the reason why they made the cut from last week to this week, because they don't want to see him again. And you're going to see a lot of them this week. The D-line needs to get some sacks. First team, second team, we need more than 1 sack. You win the game, it's perfect. But I want to see the defense get more established. Use some of these vanilla plays to build, your defense going forward. So, like, hey, man, we look good on that nickel 4. Oh, we look real good on that nickel 2-4. Hey, we look good on that 3-4. Hey, run that back next time. I want to see that. The Jets is the team to run it on.
Yeah.
Apparently, from my friend who's a Jaguars fan says the Jaguars won't be playing their starters next week. So if I'm hearing that early from a Jaguars fan that they're not playing their starters, this is an opportunity to take advantage of it. The next 2 games, you can go 3-0 in the preseason. That looks good for fans, getting ready for week 1 against the Saints. All right, cool. But tomorrow, establish the run, beat them on both sides of the ball, offensive line and defensive line, and open up the playbook more on offense. That's what I got from my key matchups. Bodie, agree, disagree? Did I miss anything?
I got one more player.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'd like to see Brian Edwards come out and make a statement. His first game with the new squad, get out there and show out. That'd be nice to see.
Absolutely.
Brian Edwards, D. Alford, Timothy Horn, Derek Tangelo, Troy Anderson, Tease Tabor, Darren Hall, too, as well. Some of these players about to step up. It's about to be a big week for the Atlanta Falcons. We'll talk about some upcoming events here. We talked about the Desmond Ridder Rookie Report with Jeff Howell. I'm glad to have him here on the show. He'll be back for the Falcons-Bengals report that week. Good to hear some of these things about Desmond Ridder. For Falcons fans, it's something to build off of. It's something to keep your hopes up that the Falcons have a franchise guy in that locker room that they know they have faith in. I don't think they're going to draft a quarterback next year. I think Desmond Ridder could be the guy going forward. And I don't want Falcon fans to be upset saying, oh, we missed out on Bryce. We missed out on. No, we didn't. We got Desmond.
Yeah.
We're good. Will he start this year? I don't know. I want to see a healthy quarterback room. I want to see a healthy Falcon. So I want to see Ridder get in and get some plays. How I want to see Ridder get into the game? Falcons are winning 35-14 in the fourth quarter with 5 minutes left to go, and Ridder comes into the game. And not Ridder starting week 3 because Mariota got hurt. We don't want that. So that means the emergency quarterback situation is really close.
Yeah.
Because you don't want Ridder to go down, because that means Felipe Franks is the quarterback. We talked about that on episodes before, Falcons fans. You want a healthy Falcons team going forward. You want a healthy Mariota. You want a healthy Ridder. You want a healthy everybody. Don't say Mariota's going down week 7. You don't want that. Let the team fight. Let the team compete. I really do feel like the Falcons are going to do something this year. Going to the chat here before we wrap it up. Bengals going to beat the shoes off the Falcons. Sad to say that. Anthony White is a Falcons fan. He's a big Falcons fan. He's been tuning in for a while now. But there are some Falcon fans like Anthony, right? It's like us. It's like the fans that believe the Falcons will beat the Rams that week. I know it's any given Sunday, but it's a tough-ass Sunday. That Falcons-Rams game is going to be tough. It's not going to be easy.
We have to come out and want it for sure.
You have to come out and want it. Have to come out and fight. I'm going to that game like it's going to be a tough game for the Falcons.
But we live
with a win. You got to know that some games. I wake up and say we're going to win today. That's the first thing I do. Wake up and say we're going to win today. Then as it gets closer to the game, it's like, all right, shit.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough ass game. You know what I'm saying? So, but I keep it real. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Anthony White, Justin Newman, Red Swarm, Jack. I used to live in Louisville. The drive up to Cincy is not a bad trip at all. I drove to Chicago for the Falcons Bears home opener a couple years ago. We drove through, like, passing by that area, so that was pretty cool too as well. Lisa Shepard's in here. Coy Bishop is in here. You know, he in that Louisville. He a big Louisville fan, but he's from Atlanta. Be a big Louisville fan. Justin Newman. I really wanted to see these veteran receivers. We got free agents. I'm loving the running backs on the offensive line, especially how we controlled Hutchinson. After that first play of Hutchinson, you guys saw it.
Yeah. He had one sneak by Matthews, but other than that was it.
It seemed like watching it was like Hutchinson was like, "Come on, man, and Hard Knocks is here. For me, like, what is it? Run play? Okay. Tackle for loss. That's all I do. I won't sack your quarterback. Just tackle. Oh, my wife is here. My kids are here.
Yeah, they was all in the press box. I saw it. Oh.
Jake Matthews just
drinking tea and crumpets in the press box. And there was, you see, Hard Knocks was talking about. They was talking about Amon-Ra St. Brown's folks was in the what's the name? He was talking about something. Yeah, look at Hutch family up there in that press box.
That's why they had the Huck shirts, right? They all had the Huck shirts and everything.
Yeah,
man.
I thought that was funny.
They came out to see Hutchinson, and it's always good to see player families out there. Hard Knocks is good when they cover it. I'm glad the Falcons not on it. But it was crazy. I saw during the middle of Hard Knocks, they said the Cardinals have another Hard Knocks coming in the middle of the season.
Yeah, in the middle of the season.
HBO ain't playing. And guess what? They're going to do their rounds shortly, and it's going to come back to the Falcons.
It's going to come back to the
Falcons. Be prepared for that extra coverage soon.
Yep.
Yeah. You're going to come back around.
Uh-oh.
Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you.
It's a fly.
So the same thing when I got that thing, but I was like, let me get this. I bought it just for this, not just I bought it for the show in general. I appreciate that, brother.
That thing fly. Thibodeau went out with a knee. It looks like he's okay on the sidelines. Cut block. Yeah, I just saw that too as well. Thibodeau did just go out. Speak for yourself. I like Ritter, but Malik Willis, the upside pick for a team like the Falcons. You can afford to take a swing going into a reset year. I just spoke of what I saw in the chats. Chase, I know you're a part of some chats. Bodie, I know you're a part of some chats. But everybody was saying, same like the Georgia players. You didn't select the Georgia players. You selected Desmond Ritter. You didn't select these guys. But then there's a lot of people saying, we missed Malik Willis. What are y'all doing?
I don't disagree with that take. With that take. I think Malik Willis has immense upside. Like, he's got some tangibles. Like,
the kid's got talent.
He's fast. He's got upside. You know what I'm saying? But, the Falcons felt like that Ritter was that guy. And he fit the mold. He had more upside for the Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
So
he had that big game. He had that big game under his belt.
Yes.
Our cap salary is going to be crazy. It's going to be great
next year. It's going to be wow.
Salary cap's going to be great next year. Don't forget.
I can't wait. We're going to bring some cats in.
Yes, sir.
They might sign me.
We're about to get right. We're about to
go look at the list now. You got me excited about it.
They might sign me. I'm getting ready to get my cleats ready. Jets still don't know what winning is yet. Thea?
Hell no.
Just act like they never got any. Falcons beating the Jet. Mateo's in here. PC Vasquez in the building. Shout out to Mateo in the building. Falcons beating the Jets. Joseph Avery. Going to finish up this chat before we get to some one time for the fan giveaway details, and then we're going to wrap it up. Yeah, talking trash about practice. We'll get him Monday. Kyle didn't show him nothing. If he played Monday, he'll show him a little something. Ain't showing the ain't shit. Ain't showing him nada. Right now, Aints need to learn who they're tackling because there's a video going around of a Saints defender or Saints offensive lineman tackling the running back in open field. Like,
touchdown run.
All right, well, that's some ain't shit.
I got plenty to say about it. You wait for the Saints week.
Ice Cold Wolf, I'll be at that Jags game. We in the building. Bodie, you gonna be there?
Yeah, we're gonna be there. I'll be there, bro. You
got the tickets or you need tickets? You good? Chase, you going?
We're gonna talk about it.
You see me on Hard Knocks? Yes, Lisa, we did. See you on that HBO. HBO need to write you a check. There's a play was David Block. I think it was the fourth down, the play when he fumbled, and they show like a side shot, and they show like the fans across the field on the other side, and you can see Lisa sitting right there too as well. So she took a picture of it. She posted it on her page. So shout out to Lisa, big time Atlanta Falcons fan, getting some HBO Hard Knocks coverage. Look at you, Lisa. I see.
I check that out.
I was repping the Falcons. I was repping for the Falcons in the first row. Yep, that's right. You were right there behind the team.
We have no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know that.
One time for the fan. About to go ahead and wrap it up here. But we got some giveaways coming up, right? So this is your first opportunity for those that's in the chat tonight. For those that's in the chat tonight. I don't care if it's 10 people, 20 people, 30 people, 40 people, 50 people. I don't care. 100. Whoever watches it after. If you're watching this show, if you're watching the stream right now, or even, later on, we're going to do the one time for the fan giveaway. Right? We got some Falcons merch we're going to give away. Brand new Falcons merch. Not no used shit.
Yeah, see, we talked about going to Goodwill, but we was like, nah, we can't do that. we got to get some new shit.
We got some Corey Bierman stuff for y'all.
Oh, hell.
Some Brian Finnery. One time for the fan.
Play for us for a long time.
Yeah. We got the giveaway coming up, right? So there's gonna be some Falcons merch, Falcons shirts, Falcons hats, a jersey or two, But we're gonna give them away to 5 lucky fans, Atlanta Falcons fans, not you Aints fans. Don't be coming up in here talking about something I won the giveaway.
Exactly.
If I see Jefferson Parish, Louisiana, now we ain't shipping it there. One time for the fan, we're doing a giveaway. So tune back in on Wednesday. We're gonna tell you how the giveaway works. But yes, we have some Falcons merch. We're gonna give away to y'all. Some shirts, a hat or two, jerseys. Some of y'all big fans of Kyle Pitts. Shit, I might have a brand new Kyle Pitts jersey for y'all. Some of y'all big fans of Drake London, man, might have that Drake London jersey for y'all. Never know what it's gonna be. Or, just be ready for Wednesday's show. We're gonna give you all the details to how to enter the first time, one time for the fan giveaway. So that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
We're doing giveaways out here, man. The budget going up around this.
Yeah, the budget done went up. In the spirit of the Jets game, we got a Tevin Coleman jersey. Who wants it?
Yes,
and he like freaking 4th string running back for them now.
He's from talking to the Jets fan. Actually, it's in my notes right here. He did say that Tevin Coleman is fighting with another running back to make the roster. So he's not even like.
Well, I wasn't supposed to laugh at that.
Yeah, he's not even like a player to even watch for. Jets will run the ball. It's right here. Knight has a chance to get the 3rd down back spot. He's in competition with Tevin Coleman and Johnson. Jets will run the ball heavy with Michael Carter, and Breece Hall.
Yeah,
so
they drafted
Tevin Coleman's fighting for a paycheck right now.
Exactly.
Versus a couple years ago, he was the man on the Falcons.
Yeah, it was one of the 1-2 punches. Yeah.
What was that line? Damn, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. Happened to you. Falcon fans, don't be surprised you see it tomorrow or see it Tuesday or Wednesday trending in the news. The Jets have released Tevin Coleman. Don't tag me in shit. What do you think about Tevin Coleman? No.
He ain't done nothing since that year, 2016. I don't want to hear it.
One time for the fan giveaway details on Wednesday. For those that's going to be in the chat watching the show, get a chance to win some Falcons merch. We'll explain how it goes. Upcoming shows. We have a show tomorrow, 11 p.m. right here. A pop-up show. Falcons, Jets post game. Bodie, hopefully the baby will be asleep by then. 11 o'clock.
Hey, I wish I could tell her that. I don't think it works that way, but we'll see. I might be on this stream like, hey, y'all see that touchdown?
Bring the beer, bring the bottles and bibs. One time for the fans tomorrow, post game, 11 o'clock, 11 to 12. At 12, we wrap it up. We got stuff to do on Tuesday, y'all. But it's great to see the Falcons play on a primetime game Monday night. We're going to cover it. We're going to watch it at 11 o'clock. Maybe we have another Desmond Ritter moment. Right there at 11:03, we're getting ready to start the stream, and we can't because the Falcons are driving, getting ready to win the game. But at 11 o'clock, we have to start the show. So maybe we'll get a chance to talk about the last play or the last two plays as the game starts or the game ends. I'm sorry. But yes, 11 p.m. tomorrow, Facebook, YouTube, we're right here. Wednesday, we're back on another show. Me and Bodie, we're back, man. We're back. Chase, we're gonna give you a little breather. We'll give you a little day off. You know what I'm saying? You go ahead and book your vacation if you want to go, you know what I'm saying? Out of town or somewhere. We'll give Chase the day off, man. But Wednesday, we're back. Me and Bodie got another show, 8 p.m. I got to give y'all details about the D'Angelo Malone rookie report. We're going to get these rookie reports out the way. We have the Falcons and Aints coming up week 1. So we have our One Time for the Fan podcast week, our Ain't rivalry week. We have a special guest that I'll be announcing on the Facebook page tomorrow at 10 a.m. who will be on the show. Coming up, our first special guest for the Falcons Aints Hate Week tomorrow, 10 a.m. I'll announce on Facebook. Chase, Bodie, great show tonight. Desmond Ridder Rookie Report. We got it out the way, man. We've been talking about it. Finally got it out the way. So now we move on to D'Angelo Malone. Then we'll move on to, Tyler Algieri and so forth. And we'll finish with these rookie reports. But yes, before we go ahead and wrap it up, any shout outs, anything I got to say, please give me some thoughts about this now, Bodie.
This is a great show. Appreciate everybody. Shout out to everybody in the chat tonight. Shout out to everybody who came through. Shout out to the if you're new here, shout out to you, man. This type of stuff we doing every week, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Falcons. That's why we're here. I say it every week. Hashtag beat the Aints. Hashtag
beat 'em.
F the Aints. Hashtag we not worried about the Aints. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to Jack. Shout out to Chase, man. We do this. We in here. We're just trying to get the best content we can. You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep it a little entertaining and stuff. I'm shy. I don't know if y'all can tell that.
only 35. Oh, somebody's doing Giants just scored and somebody's doing the gritty.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Everybody's
Giants just scored. They took the lead against the Bengals. So any team that we play against in the season, I want to see get beaten preseason. Like, yeah, beat them up bad.
Need to go look at that game.
Yeah, they're good play right there. That was a touchdown right there. Chase, shout outs.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Jeff for sure for stopping by. Shout out to all the people in the chat. Shout out to the subscribers, man. Y'all keep running that like button up, running the subscribes up, man. Let's do this thing.
Dia's in the chat. Landing Georgia Faithful's in the chat. What up, fam? Hashtag Paper Browns.
Oh, yeah. They going to need it. I think they going to have a shitty season. Personally. Like, really shitty. Like,
One time for the fan.
Bad.
Shout out to it's going to be real bad. And Falcons coming out on top of the division.
No doubt.
Calling it. If I'm wrong, who cares? I believe in the team. That's so what it is. We'll talk about it. Okay, if I said they're going to win this week and they lose, all right, we'll talk about it.
They're going to come back. Hey, you said.
Yeah. No, okay.
Listen here.
Yeah.
Sonny.
Don't go to Vegas talking about some, well, Jack Spade said we're going to win the game, so here's $100,000. Nah, bro. I ain't betting on them. Ain't no Calvary. One time for the fan, y'all. Are y'all accepting member applications? No member application around here. Just be a fan of the show. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that share button. Show up, talk Falcons football with us. But shout out to everybody who's been tuning into all the the podcasts that we've been doing. Everybody who's been going back and watching some of the old videos too as well. Really appreciate all the support. Shout out to all the fans who watch the show and don't comment. I talked to a fan the other day who says, I don't want to comment. I just want to watch the show. All right, cool. Hey, ain't no problem with that. You know what I'm saying?
Run them views up. Run them views up.
Glad you're watching, bro.
Run them up. You're watching. But Jason, I see you. Don't want to call you out. Jason, I see you. Jason. What type of
that man like that?
Hey, man, he's real cool with me, man. We're real cool guys, man. Really cool. It's like we're super cool, man. But big shout out to everybody who's been subscribing to the channel and following us and giving us a lot of support, a lot of great feedback. Tell your Falcons friends, tell your Falcons family. Chase, this is what, your third, fourth podcast now with us?
Yeah. I think it's my fourth.
Your fourth? Okay. Okay, yeah, we got it. We gotta get you some
about
socks.
3.5 because the squirrels got your head.
Yeah, the squirrel down in that last one.
Yeah, he's chasing here like.
Well, I'm really glad to have you, Chase. Now that means I got to add you
man.
to the Falcons Christmas list. I'll get you some socks or Falcons. What do I have here? You like water bottles? Do you work out much? I got Falcons water bottle for you.
Anything with that logo, brother.
We got a Falcons modem for you, buddy.
Yeah, I got a Falcons modem for you. I got these Falcons Coke cans I've been saving too. I'll give them that one. One time for the fans. Shout out to everybody, man. I really appreciate all the support. But we're about to go ahead and wrap it up. House of the Dragons time. As you see, I've been lit all night because I know it's about to happen. Chase, I know House of the Dragons is probably on in your house, but you're missing it on purpose.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss it. I have to miss it.
You easily walk in there and say, "Is this it? Is this the Dragons?"
I think it's on demand too. Like as soon as it comes out on TV, they put it on HBO Max.
It should. Yeah, it's on HBO Max right now. Then it's going to be on on demand for like the next morning, I believe.
Okay. Well, yeah, my wife's gearing up for that. I don't know what's going on.
We can do a watch party here on One Time for the Fan.
You just keep walking around the house saying I drink and I know things. I don't know what that means.
I got the shirt. I got the shirt right here. I drink and I know things. It got the Game of Thrones at the bottom with the dragon.
I don't know.
Hey, I'm a big. Hey, let me tell you something. I'm a big Game of Thrones fan. Big Game of Thrones. Lisa Shepard said, "Get him a Falcons lava lamp." Real 80s of you. Matter of fact, I just ordered a lava lamp from somewhere on Etsy and then just slap a Falcon sticker on there. Like, here you go, Chase. Couldn't really get a custom made one. They don't make these anymore. But
damn,
got one from 1984. But yeah, Falcons lava lamp. What do y'all think about the running back rookies for the Falcons? Tyler Algieri, that's our guy.
Yeah,
he's gonna be good.
We believe in Tyler Algieri. That's our guy. Straight up.
Yeah.
Like Chase said, he wants to see Tyler get a touchdown tomorrow. I want to see Tyler go off. His first 3 runs were pretty decent, even those 3 for 25 yards. That break he had, the power, the elusiveness that he showed already, just preseason. Yep. But I was also at training camp too. Chase was at training camp too. We seen Tyler. So we seen the 1-on-1s, we seen the 7s, we seen the 11s. He's showing it out there on the field at Flowery Branch. He showed it last week a little bit against the Lions. I want to see more tomorrow night against the Jets. Chase, you agree?
Yeah, most definitely.
Bodie, running back. What do you think about the running backs real quick before we wrap it up?
Oh yeah, same. I piggyback off of you guys. Yeah, I want to see a lot of Tyler. I think. I mean, they're going to give him plenty of chances to show his stuff. So.
Yeah.
Running backs are good with me. And this game's so boring. It said, "Are you still watching?"
Damn.
Georgia faithful, let's beat the Jets and establish a winning culture again. Shut down the rookie running back. Shut down everybody they have over there who they think there's going to be Super Bowl contenders. Jets are full.
Yeah, Brees Hall broke a big run in pair of shorts. Ain't nobody worried about Brees Hall.
Nobody study that.
Nobody worried about Brees Hall.
But
or the other guy too.
Zonovan Knight, Brees Hall, Garrett Wilson, Zach's out. Flacco will be in there.
Yeah, the other running back. I forgot.
Brees Hall, Michael Carter.
Michael Carter. Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Falcons defense got to step it up. We'll find out tomorrow night how things go. 11 o'clock, we're back post-game. Please tune in. Chase, Bodie, I think we found Boo Man. He might be here tomorrow night. Dez might even jump in if he didn't got a Madden game. Dez has not slept since Madden came out. It's been out since Wednesday, so I'm getting ready to call Grady. I'm worried about him. Really worried about him.
Please get some sleep, sir.
One time for the fan. Georgia faithful, don't forget we got to do that little co-show coming up. If you want to do the little co-podcast, we'll get to that. We have a lot of people coming up on the show, a lot of special guests, so many more Rookie Reports, so much going on with One Time for the Fans. So stay tuned, y'all. Really appreciate all the support. See y'all tomorrow, 11 o'clock. One time for the Atlanta Falcons. One time for Chase. One time for Bodie 3000. One time for Jeff Howell. PTP, Podcast Cincy.
Yeah.
One time for Desmond Ritter tonight for our Desmond Ritter Rookie Report. That's what we talked about because that's our franchise quarterback for the future. I'm your host, Jack Spade. We're back tomorrow night, 11 o'clock.
Peace.
One time for the fan. Lil Chain Gang. Lil Chain Gang. Lil Chain Gang. One time for the Luke Chain.
Absolutely. Glad he said it.